Hello again, this is Ron Dzinski. I'm the founder of Beyond PTSD. This is the YouTube version of the written part, which is at our website. You can catch hold of us there at www.beyondptsd.org. And lots of interesting things for people who have PTSD. If you don't know about us, you've got to come register because we're starting to get involved with a lot of exciting things, and you should become part of it because we're one great big happy family, or maybe not happy, but we're a family that has something in common, which is the PTSD. Today I'm going to talk about a somber subject. It's hard to talk about it because there's so many people who have been through this, and it's quite sad. And that's suicides. And the military alone says that, and again, that the number is in dispute. I've heard as little as 20 a day. I've heard as many as 22 a day. So we're still talking about much too much in terms of the number of people that decide that it's too terrible, too hard to take, and decide to end it. So in any event, I've never actually been to that point. I've been pretty low, but never to that point. And so for me, it's something that I just have just a hard time even imagining hurting that badly. But again, there are people that do, and that's just the military. So we're talking about people that have other issues with PTSD that might be facing the same kinds of things. I talked to a guy named Colonel Castro, and he used to be in charge of, I think he works for USC now in some capacity, but he was in charge of the innovations for military. And the conference that I attended, he touched on the suicide issue and said that he wishes he could find some way that we could get these people before they get to that point. Something that we could do before they get in trouble. And the getting in trouble can be anything from, drunken disorderly, committing a crime, being involved with, petty crimes, or hurting your children, or doing, incredibly heinous things. But obviously, somebody who has no hope whatsoever is looking for, a way out. And that was the first thing that he said. When they talk about the hotlines, he said the first thing they look for is hopelessness. That someone sees absolutely no hope. And what a terrible way to face day to day with having zero hope. And I guess in some places this was part of the reasons for this to start, and the reason I'm such a stickler about people coming in and criticizing people who have PTSD. I always want them to know that this place is a place of hope. I mean, we all are here. We've all been through some of, or touched with it, with a lot of PTSD, maybe just a slight touch of it. I don't know how it all shakes out and what it all means and how it all fits together. But I do know that you won't go to this degree if it meant nothing. And trust me, I've been fighting this damn thing for 45 years. So to me, I know it's as real as it can possibly be, and it's something that I constantly have to keep in check, or else it gets out of control. And it doesn't take long for it to sense itself as being powerful and start to take over. I refuse to let that happen. I will stay at it. I will keep it under control and under locks, and I will fight it to the very end. And that's my decision. It's all mine. I encourage others to do the same. But the first thing that I will tell you is that this place will always be a place of hope. Not a place of criticism, not a place of argument, not a place of embarrassment, or you don't have it as badly as I have it, or none of that. This is all for support. You come here because you're looking for that, and this is definitely what you're going to get here. So you're welcome. I'd love to have you come by and share yourself with us, whether it be, on video or at a more private moment. If you'd like to just jot down some things. We're in the midst of a poem writing, not a contest, but I have committed that I will take all the poems that are written, and I'm going to compile them if we get enough of them. And if there's 4 or 5, obviously it's going to be an awful short book, but if I can get a good number of poems, I'll go to the expense of putting it and publishing it and making sure that it gets into a bound form that, will always be there, and it will be just a mention of us as a people who have this particular issue. But the people who have this have no place to go and feel the compulsion to commit suicide. I think I may have told you this story before, but they found that the common, or the most common way for United States people to kill themselves is with a gun. And those people who were in Britain, their common form of committing suicide was through pills. And so in any event, they were having this big, I don't know, it was a conference or something, and they were trying to figure out ways that they could cut down on the amount of suicides in Britain. And there was one specific pill that most everybody was buying, and they would buy a bottle of these pills and screw it, chug them down, and that would be it. So they decided what they were going to do is they were going to individually wrap these pills and put them into bubble wrap or individually sealed or something. So they found, interestingly enough, that the suicides were cut almost in half. And the only thing that they could figure is it was too hard to take each one of them apart, and by the time they'd get enough of them unwrapped, it'd be, they thought of killing themselves and passed. To me, it's like, can we get you through just to tomorrow? Or can we wait? Can you wait for just another couple of hours? Can you just stay here and talk with us, or come and visit us, or come and read, or just to get by, just till you come to the next time when things are tough. But there is so much more to life than just, because there are people that depend on you, people that love you, people that care for you. And even if you have no family, there's people out there that will miss you when you're gone. And I'm going to hope and pray that somehow or another, something that I say or something that someone else says will be that one saving grace that will get you through and will keep you from taking that decision. Obviously the decision is always yours, but I'm hoping that you'll give, another day a chance. So in any event, this is how you can reach us if you have any questions or comments, or if there's something that you'd like to talk about. I'm certainly willing to explore new avenues that I haven't thought of before and give you my feelings about them. As you know, my wife is a psychologist, and she can steer me in the right direction when it comes to technical questions, and she's always says she's willing to do that. We're planning on doing a combination blog series where it's going to be she and I, where I'm going to talk about my experiential part of PTSD, and she'll talk about her being my wife, and whether she can, or whether we can have, what it's like to be with a PTS person from her position, and later on then to give her even a more technical understanding of what it's all about. And so that's in the works. We've got some exciting new things that might be some cost savings for people who have registered with us and are looking for a new therapist or like to get therapy. There's going to be some savings we're going to be able to provide. We're exploring lots of other things that are going to be really great things. So you found a good place. We're sincere about our interest in locating and gathering as many of these 7.7 million people as we can find. As I said, we're now above 7,000. So I'm thinking someone told me we might be closer to 10,000 now. So that's really exciting. But anyway, come and see us. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. If you have any suggestions, pass them in and we'll talk about it. And also share it whenever you can. If you like something you see here and you want to see more of something, let me know. We can only find 7.7 if everybody starts to kind of pick up the flag and carry it a little bit. But anyway, we'll do everything we can to try to do it. So I'll look at you at some point in the future and say hello and tell you how much I love you. So we'll see you again.